I produced on AutoCAD, and here's the joysticks, the buttons, and as you can see, the USB port here. And this was produced in 3D graphics on AutoCAD and was printed out with the 3D printer.
The master controller, as was said, 2 joysticks, couple of buttons, real simple. Inside, the 4 buttons, the 2 joysticks, connects to the Arduino card, and from that, the information is transmitted through the wired connections on the soldering board to the radio, which communicates with the receiver.
Here we have a working model for the receiver circuit that will later be put together more neatly, for less words. Here we have an Arduino which is communicating with the transmitter you saw earlier. This is the XP radio that receives the commands. Here we have a seven segment display which tells us whether or not buttons are being pressed. And then here we have our power MOSFETs, which are powering the pulse width modulation coming from the Arduino to tell the 2 motors here the speed that they should be going, whether it's faster, slower, or not at all. The transmitter communicates with the receiver. Currently he is holding it, so in this cord here is to power the transmitter, and there's also one on the receiver so that you know they are in fact talking. Now if you'll look to the receiver, the motors are currently not moving. But if we take a look as Chris moves one of the joysticks up, the speed increases, and if he moves it all the way up, you can go see it's going even faster. And as he moves it back down, it stops. And now see, you can do it for the other joystick, it'll control the other motor. Okay. Now if we can zoom into the 7-segment display, as Terrence will assist Christopher in pressing one of the buttons, you will see that a digit should show up depending on which button he presses. Go ahead and press one. Press the button. Okay, there's a 0. Now if we let it go, it goes away. Now press another button. Alright, that means we're receiving a different button, but we are also getting the communication that we were looking for. Go ahead and release it. Press another button. Okay. And one more. Alright. So that tells us that we are getting the correct buttons to the correct inputs from the transmitter to the correct outputs on the receiver. And as well as you saw that the speed is working for the motors. So moving forward, we are going to continue designing a case for the receiver here. It's going to have terminal strips connecting to the Arduino so that when the casing is on it, that you are able to reach the pins much more easily.